Welcome to an episode of Bleed Black and Gold Special Edition tonight. I am the host, BrandonJaneau, and like always on all podcast platforms everywhere, BrandonJaneauShow. Social media platforms, Instagram, Threads, BrandonJaneau, Facebook, The BrandonJaneauShow, TikTok, BrandonJaneauShow, and of course, X and Twitter, X and Twitter, BJaneau. Go there, follow me on all those social media platforms. Or you can just do this, which is very even more simple. Brandon Janeau Show is the YouTube channel. Go subscribe. Shout out to everybody that's been subscribing. I appreciate you guys. Um, yeah, man. Viewership is crazy, man. I'm starting to try to get back into it, man. Hope you guys enjoy this episode. Like I said, this is Bleed Black and Gold. Man, oh man, oh man. A lot has happened since Sunday. A lot has fucking happened since Sunday when it comes to the New Orleans Saints. First of all, Monday, we finally fired Dennis Allen, which everybody was like, please do this. They finally did it. Finally gave y'all what y'all wanted. Dennis Allen is no longer the head coach of the New Orleans Saints. Now, listen, like I said Sunday, there is no defending how particularly um, Dennis Allen was starting to coach this team. You can tell when you hear the reports that Gail Benson went around the team and pretty much asked all the players what was going on, how you feeling about this dude. And for a week or two, she was already getting the feel of how the players was really receiving how Dennis Allen's messaging was starting to kind of get a little stale and just wasn't hitting the mark anymore. So she decided to pretty much let him go. Um, Listen, I see a lot of people on social media going crazy and talking crazy and sitting there and saying all of this shit about Dennis Allen. Here's where again, I'm not in the moment fucking person. I don't have the ADHD reaction that a lot of people do have nowadays, where you just believe what the fuck you want to believe. Now, I'm not saying Dennis Allen was a great head coach by no stretch of the motherfucking imagination. Am I saying Dennis Allen is a great head coach? Nope. But to sit there and say this man had nothing to do with the Saints' success during the last stages of Sean Payton and Drew Brees, especially Drew Brees' career, at the end of Drew Brees' career, that defense was fucking terrible. Terrible. Before Dennis Allen became the defensive coordinator. That defense sucked. Are you fucking kidding me? That defense was fucking garbage. We had Rob Ryan and Steve Spagnuolo and all these fucking defensive coordinators, and they couldn't do shit to fix that team. That defense was fucking horrible. Every fucking year, for like 2 years straight, we had the 31st or the 32nd best defense in the NFL. So when I hear people sit there and say, "Oh fuck Dennis Allen," all that shit, stop that. Stop that shit because you sound emotional. Stop being fucking emotional. People do that shit a little bit too much for my liking, and we gotta stop doing it. We gotta stop doing it, man. Here's my thing. Here's my thing. Dennis Allen wasn't great, but to sit here and act like people like motherfuckers acting like to sit here and act like motherfuckers wasn't screaming they need to keep Dennis Allen as the in the building for the Saints when Sean Payton abruptly retired is crazy to me. We were like, nah, we gotta keep Dennis Allen. Nah, Dennis Allen can't go. That's that's what we were doing. And we gotta stop doing that shit, bro. Again, I'm not saying Dennis Allen is great. Fuck no. Is he great? Fuck no. Fuck no. But where the problem kicks in, again, is when people sit here and they say that Dennis Allen didn't do shit for the Saints. That's a fucking lie. I don't know where the fuck you got that from. But he's out. He's out. He's no longer the coach. But this broken idea that Dennis Allen never did anything for the Saints is fucking crazy. And stop saying that shit because you sound like you emotional and not actually being realistic. Dennis Allen did a lot for the Saints, especially defensively. Bro, we went from having the worst defense in the NFL to literally having a top five defense up until the year he became the head coach. And even in that sense, we still was a really good defense. The last two seasons has been our worst seasons defensively. We can't pressure we can't get to the quarterback. We can't sack the quarterback. We can't take the last couple of years I've been saying this shit. We couldn't take the ball away. Now we can. Y'all get emotional, bro. Get the fuck out your feelings. The fuck out of your feelings. The man wasn't that bad of a defensive mind. He pretty much saved our defense and gave Drew Brees enough time, an extra extension on his career. This man at one point shut out Tom Brady. Yeah. Yo, he put together the game plan. We played the Tampa Bay Buccaneers on Sunday Night Football. He put together that game plan. Remember that game, Sunday Night Football? When Tom Brady was in Tampa and everybody's like, oh, Tampa about to whoop the Saints' ass and Tampa about to beat the Saints' ass. And then we went into Tampa and we put up 35 fucking points on the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. They scored three. They scored three. Yeah, offensively, we were clicking. Tampa Bay had 4 rushing yards the whole game. Tampa Bay had 4 rushing yards the whole game. Tom Brady had 3 interceptions. I think me and my brother was in the house at his house watching that game, and we were just looking at each other like, "What the fuck is this?" We were having a ball that night. Are you kidding me? Man, they beat the shit out of Tampa Bay. They beat the fuck out of Tampa Bay. This man, we had no quarterback. No quarterback. He went back into Tampa with Tom Brady, Super Bowl defending Super Bowl champions. Went into Tampa. Saints only, and by the way, I think Sean Payton actually was hurt. Sean Payton couldn't even coach that night. I think he had COVID. Sean Payton didn't even coach that night. We had no Drew Brees. That man went in that game and shut out Tom Brady and had 9 points, 3 field goals. So when I hear people sit there and try to tell me that Sean Payton, that Dennis Allen never did anything for the Saints, or it's you are living in a you are living in an ADHD era of fucking craziness, bruh. Dennis Allen is the reason for why our defense even was fucking good. You can stop that shit. But Dennis Allen is officially out. Not saying he's the best head coach ever. Not no. But to sit up there and act like this man never did anything for us is fucking crazy. Stop that shit. Get out your feelings. Get out your fucking feelings. Get out your fandom and be real with yourself. If it wasn't for that man's defense, the Saints would have never got to the NFC Championship game against the Rams. Yo, it's a lot of shit this man did for us, bro. Never got to the NFC Championship game with the Rams. We would have never had the 3 or 4 best years of the last couple years for the Saints, bro. This man did a lot for us, bro. Stop bullshitting. Stop doing that shit. Was he a great head coach? Fuck no. No, he was not. But to act like he never did anything for us, stop it. Number two, what's next for the Saints? Well, we fired Dennis Allen. Rizzy is our Rizzo is our new head coach. He was the special teams. He's the special teams coordinator. He's new head coach. He's already coming in there and saying all the right things for people on social media get their panties in a bunch and start screaming, "Oh, we got our head coach! We got our head coach!" No, no, we do not. Our head coach is not in the building. Get that shit out your head. Stop saying he's the next head coach. He's not. Me personally, like I've been said, I do not give a 1 inch of a fuck about this team right now. This team is terrible. I don't want them to win another motherfucking game. I'm done. Punt the season. You're 2-7. You're not fixing this shit overnight. I don't want to see you win a fucking game because then you take us out of playoff positioning. I mean, out of draft positioning. There's nothing about this team that's good. Nothing. I don't give a fuck what that man says. That motherfucker's talking Chinese to me right now. I don't give a fuck what you saying. I don't give a fuck what you saying, sir. That's the problem with motherfuckers nowadays. It's a sinking fucking ship, and you don't want to admit it to yourself. Today I thought would be the perfect time to at least alleviate that sinking ship. Get some of that shit, extra cargo, off the motherfucking ship. But instead, you didn't do that. You traded a piece, which just brings me into how do we rebuild? Well, we started today. We did it Monday, but then we really started today. Marshon Lattimore is no longer a part of the New Orleans Saints. He is traded to the Washington Commanders. We got some picks back. Then we traded like a 6th-round pick also. We have officially cut ties with Marshon Lattimore. We should have did more today. I am super fucking pissed that we did not do more. We should have done more. When you look at the contracts that we have on the books for the next couple of years, Cam Jordan is old. Please retire. We're done. Demario Davis is also old. Demario Davis is also old. There is too many pieces of this team. We have too many people that are getting paid that can't contribute right now. Dennis, Cam Jordan is one. Demario Davis is another. What the fuck do they do for us right now? What do they do? They're both in their 30s. Like I've been said, we paid Taysom Hill, and now he's a liability for us in the sense of calories and salary cap space. Trade Taysom Hill. That's somebody that's going to take Taysom Hill because they think it. Trade him to Kansas City. Trade him to Denver. Trade him somewhere where an offensive-minded head coach will love to have him. Trade Taysom Hill. Trade him. If Alvin Kamara wants to be a part of this rebuild, which I don't know why he would want to, but if he wants to be a part of this rebuild, all right. We have more people that are in their late 20s, early 30s on our fucking salary cap for no reason at all. We have literally kicked the can down the road for so long that now we are actually in a situation where we have to fix this shit. There is no restructuring of contracts anymore. This shit is over. Get from under this shit. Like I said, I'm pissed off. I'm pissed off that we didn't do more in this fucking draft, in this trade deadline. We should have traded every fucking piece we could get our hands on. You want Alvin Kamara? All right, bro, we'll give you that. You want Peyton Turner? All right, we'll give you that. Cesar Ruiz? We'll give you that. Anything that straps us down to more money that we're spending on people that we don't need right now. We need to fucking rebuild. We're keeping people that do not fucking fit the rebuild. We need to be young and young fucking fast. The quicker we get out of all these contracts, the better for our team. I'm not like everybody on social media. I'm not about to sit up here and lie to y'all. I'm gonna be fucking 100 with you. The best thing for the Saints is to fucking get rid of anybody that's on that team that's over a cap space. If you over $20 million, my nigga, thank you for your fucking service. Good fucking bye. We gotta get rid of you. I don't think you could trade Derek Carr. Like I told my brother Juan today, the only way you get rid of Derek Carr is if you trade him to a team that just needs a quarterback. Not a franchise, not a starter, just a quarterback. That's the coach. If you don't think the coach can, whatever the coach do with the offseason, if they're going to move on for Anthony Richardson or not, the coach. The Cowboys, Dallas Cowboys. Clearly, Derek Carr could fit Dallas. San Francisco, he'd go there and be a backup to Brock Purdy. Seattle, you got places you can get Derek. The Jets, there's no way in hell you look at the Jets with Aaron Rodgers and think Aaron Rodgers and the Jets are going to be good for the next 2 years. There is no way in fucking hell you sit there and think that. If I am the Jets, I will definitely call the New Orleans Saints and see if we could get Derek Carr. Why? Because you have Devontae Adams. That's it. No reason. No rhyme or reason outside of that. Now he will have two of his favorite quarterbacks he's ever played with on one fucking team. Congratulations. Miami. Tua continuously gets injured. You do not have a single solid backup behind him. Go to Miami. Minnesota. He could be a backup for JJ McCarthy. I'm not saying he has to be the starter. He could be the backup. He's not going back to the Raiders. Cleveland. Deshaun Watson. Maybe draft a quarterback. Maybe if you don't draft a quarterback. New England. He could go be the backup for Drake May. There's places he can go. He can be the backup for Josh Allen in Buffalo. We got chances because if you sitting there trying to get a fucking trade deal where you think you're still going to get excessive amount of picks and he's this quarterback of quarterbacks and you cannot approach it like that. You will easily scare these teams off. What you need to do is be like, listen, you need a backup. He's the best backup we have. You need a backup. There he is. If you try to sell it like, but he could be the starter, fuck that. Teams don't want to hear that shit. Teams need a solid backup. They don't need a starter. And that's why I feel like the Saints have to sell Derek Carr like that. They can't sell Derek Carr on some he's coming to be your franchise quarterback. You're gonna lose that battle. That's a losing battle. No, don't do that. What you need to do is sell it like Derek Carr. What you need to do is sell it like Derek Carr is coming to be the backup. Now, once he get in your building, that's between y'all. What y'all want to do with that motherfucker? That's between y'all. But to sit there and tell me that Derek Carr needs to be a Saint still, get the fuck out of here. If you can find a trade partner for Derek Carr, get his ass off the team. That's why I continuously say, make sure it's a team that just needs a solid backup. We traded Marshon Lattimore, but it's a lot of old people on that team that we have to figure out a way to either restructure their contracts and then trade them. Don't keep them. Restructure the contracts, then trade their ass. Because there is nothing left for these guys in New Orleans. We need to get young. We need to get young fast and soon. We got the pieces. We just gotta get young. Right now, we have the number 2 pick in the draft. If anything appeals on that number 2 pick, I mean anything, I will be fucking frustrated with the fucking Saints. That's why I'm saying right now, I don't give a fuck how much this new um interim coach sounds. I don't give a fuck what he's talking about. We suck. Let's keep it that way. we need to get our draft picks. See, when I was young, I used to get affected by this shit. It's like, oh man, nah, man, we need to win, man. Fuck that. Nah, fuck that. You get these picks. Fuck that. Rebuild this team. You see how fast it is to build it. It don't take forever to build a fucking team. If you hit on the right picks at the right time, it don't take that much to build a fucking team, bro. Another thing that I hear people say, get rid of Mickey Loomis. I'm with you. I'm with you. Once upon a time, he could move heaven and earth, find some good players, find some good pieces. Got us a Super Bowl, got us all of these pieces before. Do I think he could rebuild this team? No. I do think he kind of does get a little bit too much of the blame of why they had to. I mean, he is the GM, but I do think he gets a little bit too much of the blame for why this team sucks right now. He only did what the fuck y'all told him to do. He only did what y'all told him to do. Keep Dennis Allen. Y'all wanted this. Fans wanted Dennis Allen as the head coach. Remember this. Keep Dennis Allen. He did it. And now y'all like, oh my God, you suck. You can't coach. Oh, God almighty. I don't think Mickey Loomis can pick talent right now in this. Well, here's the thing. This last draft wasn't bad. I think a lot of people get this misconstrued. The last draft wasn't bad. But when you start to miss on more pieces than actually get good at them, it's where the problem kicks in. The last couple. Here's the thing. Trevor Penning sucked, but Chris Olave's great. Trevor Penning sucked. Chris Olave's great. You see what I'm saying? Like you can't get mad at one, but get mad, but be happy about the other. It's just like, what are we talking about here? I can see you get rid of Mickey Loomis. I can easily see you get rid of Mickey Loomis. The question would become then, who the fuck do you hire as a GM? Because you got to go young. You got to go a young GM. You got to trust your instincts. You got to go young GM. And last but not least is Michael Thomas. Listen, Michael Thomas got on Twitter after the game, during the game, was going crazy on Twitter. Listen, man, fuck Michael Thomas. Fuck Michael Thomas. This bitch ass nigga quitted on us so many times. I don't give a fuck about that dude. Y'all can sit there and say, oh, but Brandon, he was injured. I don't give a fuck. The way he talked down on our franchise for all those years, nigga, fuck that nigga. Y'all keep trying to make this motherfucker some fucking hero. He ain't no fucking hero. He had 1 year where he was really fucking great. Really fucking great. You know what happened? He got in the playoffs. He was injured because he chose to continuously play. And then when he got really fucked up, he decided to blame the fucking team, doctors in the fucking team, because he decided to continuously play on a bad fucking ankle. My nigga, that decision was yours. Nobody put a gun to your fucking head and told you to play football. That was your decision. You decided that. But yet we sit up here and get this motherfucker the Savior Award for shitting on our fucking team. Why? I don't get it. Again, like I've said numerous times, I don't get it. I don't understand it. I don't understand it. I don't get it. But again, we're blind to loyalty for some fucking reason. Michael Thomas, soon it was his decision to play on that fucking ankle. And then when you got injured, you sit there and say, "Oh man, oh man, I don't trust the team doctors and they shouldn't." What? You had one game. You played what, 3 games in the last 2 fucking seasons? If Michael Thomas is this great fucking wide receiver, all these teams that need receivers, this nigga ain't picked up once. He ain't get picked up at all. Oh, it's because of the injuries. It's the injuries. Oh, really? That's really why we about to sit up here and lie for this motherfucker? Fuck out of here, dog. Fuck out of here. All in all, the Saints are done. I don't give a fuck about this interim head coach. If he fucks up our draft order because y'all out here screaming, but we still can win, fuck out of here, nigga. I want us to be bad. I need Cam Ward on our team. I need them to be so fucking mad when we get to the draft. It's a foregone conclusion who the fuck we taking. Like it's a foregone conclusion who the fuck we taking. We know New England don't need a quarterback. Get Cam Ward, and then we go from there. Who's the next head coach? I would love to say Ben Johnson. I would love Ben Johnson to be our head coach. But there's gonna be so many teams that need a head coach. I think the only thing that rivals us getting Ben Johnson from maybe the Chicago Bears or the Dallas Cowboys or Jaguars or something like that, the only thing that will make us look presentable is a draft pick. Because you would have, and I know the cap space situation is a terrible situation, but if we could get under that shit, because we figured it out before, we can do it again. We can get Ben Johnson, man. Because as much as we can sit there and say, well, Chicago sell you on Caleb Williams, and you can sell him on this and this and that, having a chance to be tied to a new general manager with a new quarterback, Alvin Kamara, Chris Olave, we still gonna have the people. Bud means an offensive line that just needs a little bit more refreshing and a new defense with pieces like Pete Warner and Alante Taylor, Kool-Aid McKinstry. That team look a little different. I look a little different now, man. I think Ben Johnson should be the next head coach, but I don't think we're gonna get him. I wish I could sit there and say we will, but I don't think we're gonna get him. Outside, like I said, this is the only way we get him, the draft pick, because you get told you can coach Cam Ward or any quarterback you want. Is that not appealing? The next head coach, I think, will either be, if it's not Ben Johnson, and I think it probably won't be, but if it's not Ben Johnson, it might be the Texans offensive coordinator. Might be the Texans offensive coordinator. I wouldn't be surprised. Yeah. Or if Cleveland decides to fire Kevin Stefanski, or the Giants decide to fire Brian Dable. I'm with all of those options. Every single one of them. So yeah. This be Black and Goat, State of the Saints. Peace.